Alrighty, well, Omar, thanks for joining me today. Tell me a little bit about the collective and what your role specifically is with them.
Yeah, so I'm the property manager for Regency Landing Whole, and
Okay.
then the leasing kind of individual for the collective.
Okay.
So the collective is a co-working space. So we offer a ton of different options. So we have from the very lowest is virtual membership. So
Okay.
anyone that needs a mailing service or just an address to kind of get use of the space. So whether that be conference rooms, the podcast room, or just you just need a professional meeting space for individuals. You want to start with that lowest tier.
Okay.
From there, we have a hot desk, which is just, I know it's kind of confusing. People are like, "What's a hot desk?" But it is a just a regular co-working desk. So it's a first come, first served desk. We have a series of desks throughout the collective that you get to just show up if you want it for a day pass, a week pass, or a month-to-month option. We have that.
Okay.
A step above from that is our designated desk. So just as the name suggests, a desk designated for you.
Yep.
So you get to leave your monitors there. You have a little storage cubby. And then from there, we have our private offices. So I know you've seen a couple of them,
Yeah.
but yeah, we have small, medium, large, and then kind of like an even bigger one. And as you guys see over here, we have the suites over here. So yeah. And then we have, so on just an hourly basis, we have the podcast room. So if you need any type of content, media creation, or you want to do a full-fledged podcast in there, you can rent it by the hour. And then we have two size conference rooms, a small one and a large one.
Okay. That sounds great.
And that's basically what we provide there at the collective.
That's excellent. Tell me a little bit about the community benefit of being a part of the collective.
Yeah, well, so we just get a ton of different companies down there.
Yeah.
So one thing that I love to see is when you get to hear, a company that's an accountant is now working with assurance company that's on the other side of the building.
Yes.
So just having that kind of community, that network there that you get to see, when you're walking down the hallway, you get to see all of the different logos on the windows, and then it kind of intrigues, sparks some interest and curiosity. And a lot of the people down there, I'm a little biased, but are very nice, friendly, and are willing to kind of communicate with you. So I think just having that ability to have a ton of different companies and offerings and services all in one place just kind of stands out.
Absolutely. So tell me about some of the clients that you guys have. Are they all solo entrepreneurs? Do you have bigger businesses that rent from you guys? What are the types of individuals that you serve?
So we have everything from just regular individuals that want to get out of the house, they work from home, and they have kids screaming in one room and a mad husband or wife in the other room. So we see people like that.
Okay.
We see people that are wanting to start up different companies. And then we have regular businesses, we have venture capitalists, we have a ton of different offerings down there. We had Hayes and Associates, one of the accounting firms that we had down there. They had like half of the collective at one point, and now they have it was kind of their in between. They were building out a full space, and so they were actually at the collective for over a year.
Okay.
And so they finally just finished out their build out over on the Centris building. So
That's
it's pretty
incredible.
Great to see.
Well, and it's nice that you guys serve not only individuals, but also bigger companies too, the
Absolutely.
diversity within that. Tell me a little bit about the amenities at the collective.
Yeah, so one thing that is always the selling point, and something that's really easy, is it's one flat monthly rate. So that includes your utilities, the internet, meeting spaces, snacks. Got a lot of good snacks down there. Some healthy, some not so healthy, but we got to please everybody.
Yes.
Coffee machines, and then beverages. We have a full beverage cooler, and one of the things that usually tends to get people, in the door is, if they want something specific, I'll go out to Sam's Club and I'll get it for them. So,
I love that.
So I try to please everybody basically. But yeah, with each of the memberships, and I know kind of glossed over it, but with each of the memberships, you get a bucket of hours for those auxiliary rooms. So the conference rooms and the podcast room as well. So obviously on the lower tiers, you get less hours per month. And those hours don't transfer over, but you get a bucket of those every single month to utilize with whatever you need to do for your business.
Okay, that's good to know. It's nice you guys really take care of having a business space, but at the same time taking care of some of the not so fun things of making sure the space is stocked, making it clean, you've got the internet set up.
Yep, yeah. One of the funny things that when Hayes and Associates was leaving was one of their employees. You know, I talked to him. I was like, "You guys excited to move into your new space?" And he goes, "Yeah, I'm really excited, but I was over there the other day and I didn't see any snacks or coffee machines, and I'm going to be really missing that from the collective." So
you really take care of the people.
I try to.
Well, that's amazing. Tell me a little bit about, so obviously the collective is within the Regency Landing property. Tell me about the clientele that's generally within this area and maybe the just benefit of the location.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely high affluence area. You know, there's a lot of money in this area, but there's a lot of companies and a lot of smaller businesses that you wouldn't expect to be around. So, for example, you know, there's random you know, agricultural startup fund businesses that I would have never even heard of unless they would have come through my door. So the area itself is just very much, they, you know, it's actually, now that I think about it, it ranges, because this is such a unique area where it's in the true center of Omaha, where whether you want to go all the way out west or all the way downtown, it's basically the same amount either way. So we get kind of anybody from this area all the way through. So yeah, it really just depends. We get a lot of different individuals through the doors, but
it's convenient for sure. I mean, accessibility right off of 680, but being in the Pacific area, you have so much organic traffic, but also resident or commercial traffic that's coming through. So there's a lot of diversity.
Oh yeah, and then just with Regency Landing in general, we have so many different offerings here, and we're continuing to get more people here and more businesses on site. But it really is a kind of boutique area. So that's one thing that we've tried to avoid here, is having kind of the local boutique artisanal places that can kind of, you know, give a different service that is truly needed in this area.
For sure. Well, and that high quality too.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure it's relationship
I didn't want to say it. So
no, all the businesses you guys have worked with and that we've got to experience firsthand over at the collective are incredible. Tell me a little bit more, so back to the collective. If I was a new business or an individual looking to explore your services, how does that process start with you guys?
Yeah, so it really just depends on what way you want to go. The best way, in my opinion, is always just to come on site, because sometimes, you know, you go to the website and you see some pictures, but you don't really get to feel the atmosphere, the energy of the place. So I'd always start with, you know, come on site and don't even just look straight at the collective. Look at what Regency Landing has to offer. We have a ton of different restaurants and services here that are all within walking distance, and you can feel it from, you know, the second you turn right off of Pacific, you start to see all of the businesses. You know, you have Superior Dental Health, you have Twisted Cork, Early Bird, Via Farina just opened up. We got Empower You, we have Clean Eats, Back Nine, and you know, and Blue Sky Pickleball and Patio. I mean, it really just we have so many different offerings here. So,
it's expansive. So coming with you guys, do you guys have any promos that you offer to new businesses that are coming in, or any promotional services? Yeah,
usually depends. Right now, we just, so with one of our larger clients, you know, finishing out their space. We have a rare opportunity right now with some of the offices that kind of came up. So we have some of those, and we're doing basically, you know, if you sign up for a year, we'll give you the last month for free. So that's kind of the one that we're running right currently. At the start of the year, we'll look at where we are where our services are needed, and we'll probably do something with the hot desk and the designated then, but stay tuned for that. So.
That's good to know. Anything else you want to share about the collective that's maybe unique from other co-working spaces or benefits to you guys?
Yeah, well, you get me. So the one thing that I always like to say is that, so Access Commercial, we're up on the second floor, and so that's the overall branch, the company that I work for, and then the collective is one of the companies that is under our umbrella. So my office is just on the second floor, and so if there's ever anything that is any type of concern, issue at all, I am a couple of steps away. I go straight downstairs and I can go ahead and take care of it right then and there. So if it's an impromptu tour, if there's a leak somewhere, if there's something, whatever it is, I'm right there on site and I can take care of it. So. So
That's
I think that
excellent.
kind of stands out.
For sure. Well, we've experienced it firsthand. It's been
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
There's no major problems that come up, but you guys are so quick to solve and be accessible there, which is excellent.
Well, that's good to hear.
Only other thing is how can people connect with you or learn more about the collective?
Yeah,
Where can we
absolutely. So
find
they
it?
can reach out to thecollectiveomaha.com.
Okay.
You can look at what we have to offer there. My favorite thing, like I said, is just to come on site.
Yep.
And then you can reach me at my contact information, which is 402-278-2824. You can call, text there, or it's omar@accesscommercial.com.
Okay.
You can send me an email, set up a tour, and then we'll get you on site.
Well, that sounds great. Thanks so much for sharing today
Thank you for
and
having
sharing
me.
about yourself and the collective. We appreciate it.
And I appreciate